roads look to be slicker and it's not. If you guys get a chance, you need to read Romans 8. The whole chapter is magnificent. Verse 31 says, if God be for us, then who could be against us? In today's video, I'm going to show you an awesome system that comes from Fat Guys Fishing. It's one of my absolute top tier favorite crappie baits to go fishing with, hands down. I have tore up the sand bass on one of these molds specifically and exclusively for probably almost about a year. I fished with this other one. These are the molds we're going to run today. This is the 2-inch Slayer Fluke from Fat Guys Fishing. We're also going to run the 2-inch Paddle Slayer. This is the main body mold. You load them one by one into the tail mold. The thing that's so awesome about this system is you're not laying tails down, being all gentle and having to clip them and lay them in perfect and all that stuff. Because normally on a traditional system, you know, the tails will be on this side and then you shoot the bodies too. What they've done is they've made it where you inject the tail onto the body, so it's no hassle, it's super easy. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to do it. I wanted to address a couple of things here. The first being that we're selling 20 packs, $3.50 a piece. You can buy them at pineoutdoors.store. These specific ones are going out to one of my viewers. His name is Devin, but we're wanting to send him a care package because he's constantly sending me pictures of these 2+ pound crappie that he goes and catches. Since he does so much product promotion for us, we're going to send him all these baits, and we're also going to send him one of these carpet decals. These are like 10 inches by 9 inches. I have 2 of these big stickers going out, one to a gentleman, the Fishing Hoosier. You can find him on YouTube out of Indiana. One going to Devin. I also have them for sale on my website for 10 bucks a pop. I have these stickers here. These are like 4.5 by 4 inches. These are for sale on my website for $3 a piece. Now on to the next subject. Blue Craw, Hot Chicken, Fire Tiger, Nebulous, Metal Mist, Smoky, Hot Watermelon, Monkey Sickle, Original Golden Monkey, Monkey Chartreuse, Purple Monkey. Each one of these bags is 100 count. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 bags, so that's 1,100 baits we're going to be giving out. You're also going to receive Thermacell mosquito repellent and a pair of Cuda braid scissors. These things are awesome. I use canine braid when I'm fishing for crappie. It's hard to bite braid with your teeth, even the 5 pound. So these are awesome. I wanted to include that in there. And you'll also get one of these stickers and a boat sticker, the 10-inch. So the only thing that has to happen, once we reach 1,000 subs, we're gonna pick somebody randomly from the list. We're gonna request for your address. If you respond and send it to us, we'll have all this stuff packaged up and shipped and sent your way. What I need you guys to do is share this with your friends and family. Right now we're sitting at about 650 subs. Once we get to the 1,000 sub mark, all this stuff is going to be shipped out to one lucky winner. We're going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone today. This color is called Ethereal. It's a glowing back with a white belly. This is a super hot seller. People love it. They love how strong it glows at night. I'm gonna run this color to get caught up over there, and I'm also gonna put it into this mold, and then we'll pick a tail color. Okay, you know we can't leave out the BA Stinger mold. That's the main squeeze there. Oh. Ah, yeah. Look at all that beautifulness. All those beautiful baits. The 2-inch paddle tail, 2-inch Slayer Fluke. This is the main body mold. The beautiful thing about this mold is that there is such a long runner in here that even if you don't top this sprue off, they designed it perfect. You won't ever wind up having cavity or voids or anything like that, even if you pop it loose early like this. When the mold's cold, of course, come on, within reason. Everybody's always talking about how shooting into a cold mold causes problems. No, it doesn't. Okay, now this part is really simple. Let me show you guys a trick that I learned. about this mold. I think they have actually changed the style up a little bit now. Ooh, that looks good with that blue glitter on there. Common sense to me would say to put this, and I've done it before like this, and you see this will laminate up there on that, but what happens is that this plastic has a tendency to come up around the edge, and if you're like me, stuff like that really bothers me, and it doesn't make a real clean laminate. So not only do you have that problem, but this side is super slick, and I've learned just from paint work, you know, you don't want to try to bond to a slick surface. You want to bond to something that, if you can, if it's feasible, if the paint's not wore out enough to be able to just paint on top of after you pressure wash it, you want to try to sand it, especially if it's got a lot of sheen, and that's a pretty slick mold. They make really clean, smooth molds. We've tore this off the main runner just like this, and that creates a rough profile right there. What happens is you can smash this down in there, and not only do you have a rough profile to bond to, and not only that, but this fatter end fills up that void and you get super clean lines. Pro tip I'm going to share with you on these molds, these are ice cold. It's like 23 degrees here, and these have been sitting down on the floor, not up on the table, so they're not warm like my other molds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and preheat these. Normally I would say never preheat the mold. Shooting these little tiny tails, you really need to preheat some. Okay, now that they're warm enough that I can feel the heat in them, but not so hot that I can't touch them, I'm gonna go ahead and load the molds. I wanted to point out a quick tip here. You gotta think about how you're gonna sell these. I personally, when I fish these, I fish with the tail like this, not like a fluke. You know, a fluke's tail is like a whale's tail, it lays flat. But other fish, theirs runs like this. So if you want your back of your bait, and this is the way I personally would do it, I would do chartreuse on the back. My tail would be like this. It wouldn't technically be a fluke. This is called the 2-inch Slayer fluke, but this is the way I do mine. And I'd have it like this, where you rigged it that way. Now, but if you're running it flat, you'd want to make sure whenever you're loading your mold that you'd have whichever side up or whichever side down. It don't really matter which way, just as long as it's, you know, clean, if that's the way you want it to be. If you're running single colors, you don't have to worry about this. You're still getting 2 colors. 3 colors, in my opinion, is a little bit overkill. This one is different, so you would just, whichever side you want back on your back, you just make sure to have it facing on this side, because this is the bottom of the bait over here, this being the top. So if you wanted to have a chartreuse top, it'd be just like that. If you wanted to have a white top, chartreuse belly, you could do it just like that. Or if you wanted to, you could do one side of the bait's this color and the other side's the other color. The molds are all loaded. Now what we need to do is get our other plastic ready. In this case, I'm going to use Turbo Orange from Bait Plastics to run on our tails. I didn't make sure that mine were all super pretty. I'm just doing this as a demonstration to show this to you guys. I used to sell these, and let me tell you, if you want to make some money, these are some money making molds now. But for me right now, focus is extremely important. I think that's one thing that a lot of people really lack in business is focus. They get shot by the lady in the red dress. A certain amount of diversity is healthy to have in your business, but a lot of people are just so scatterbrained they can't really make any traction. Make sure you're able to make enough money from it that you're gaining traction. There's no point in doing it if you're not going to be profitable. Super simple to put the baits in there just like that. I personally don't like using the thumb screws on this stage. What I like to do is tighten this lower clamp really tight and then kind of keep this one semi-tight. What I want to do is be able to look through there and see minimal to no light. Let's go ahead and add a squirt of that. That's going to be more than enough to get our hot color. You see right there, 368, 375, somewhere in there. We're good to go. So now what we want to do is we're just going to draw it up. Give it a quick little squirt. That's it. All right, look at that right there. Those beautiful 2-inch paddle tails. The hot orange tail. They glow in the dark. You can't beat that. I love this 2-inch paddle tail slayer mold. You can easily take it and you can just hang it up right there and let them cure before you send them out. They'll be good hard baits for your customers. Let's see what we got here. There you go, shabink. All right. And I loaded it wrong, that's what happened. I didn't put it over there, I put it one too short. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to kind of see what I got going on here. Thank you guys for all your support, all you guys that like, comment, and subscribe, all the purchases and stuff. Without you guys, none of it's possible. Don't forget, not if, but when we get to 1,000 subs, we're giving out all the stuff that I mentioned earlier in the video. The molds that I used in today's video can be purchased at fatguysfishing.com. You can go on there, add stuff to your cart, enter in the promo code Pine Outdoors with a capital P, capital O. They'll give you 10% off your mold order. Make sure to support businesses in the US. It's so important, especially nowadays. Fat Guys Fishing is a company that's out in Pennsylvania, and they're really solid guys. Somebody had trouble using their promo code. They called them up, they helped them type it in, they got it all taken care of, they got mold. Go check them out. We also use a lot of bait plastics products. Their colorants are just so hot and vibrant, it's hard to beat. They're easy to use. Quick shipping, free shipping on orders over $39.95. You can even go on there and enter in promo code Pine Outdoors, 5% off, all lowercase, to get 5% off glitter colorants and plastisol. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.